Okay, we're back in my first Nightmare Zone playthrough of State of Decay 2. This time we're playing as Fabio, who has the best name in the world, and now also has a crossbow. And so we found this really, really great scavenging site up here at the Ranger's Tool Shed. And so I've got to go and clean that place out a little bit better before we do anything else. Absolute top priority. I already found a shotgun there and this crossbow. And as far as I know, there might even be more guns up there. And so that's something we really need, because even though this is the Nightmare Zone and you don't want to be using a bunch of guns, you definitely always want to have a backup. Like, I'm not planning on using the crossbow a ton, but if I've snuck up on a feral, for instance, much safer to shoot him with the crossbow than to let him get close quarters. Or if there's a bloater coming at me, I'd really like the ability to hit him from long range rather than potentially getting up close and personal. Also, everyone's pointing out that not only is my character named Fabio, but he's wearing a pirate hat, which really makes him the awesomest character that I've ever seen. We do have another couple of questions in here. So I was talking about the fact that we found a shotgun, and Wolfo is like, oh, actually, so first, Nighthawk is saying, a shotgun in Nightmare. You can already hear Brant's voice, can't you? Basically telling me that it's not a good idea to be using a shotgun all the time in Nightmare Zone. That makes perfect sense. And actually, I only have 12 shells for it, so I'm not going to be using it a lot. It's only for emergencies. The only reason I would use a shotgun right now at this stage in Nightmare is if the alternative is harder. If not shooting that feral is going to be worse than shooting the feral. But then Wolfo asked, is the model 1887 shotgun in State of Decay 2? I think so. I'm not a massive gun expert, and so it's easy for me to sort of mistake one gun for another and not be dead certain about it. But I'm pretty sure that if we didn't already have it, I'm pretty sure that it might have showed up in the most recent the cowboy pack. What do we call it? The open range pack. The open range pack, I think, because the 1887, is that the one? That's the one that everybody used to run around with in Call of Duty, isn't it? Like the one with it's a lever action shotgun that you can flip over your arm like Schwarzenegger. If it's that shotgun that you're talking about, then yes, that is the one that we put in the game. So it looks like there wasn't anything super exciting in that room. I already got the best stuff, but we'll see what's in the ranger station here. So Tuckomac wants to know, what is Fabio's deal, especially with the hat? So I put the hat on him just because I had the hat, and why not? What is his deal, though? I don't know what his deal is. Let's find out what his deal is. Oh, yeah, that's right. So this guy was a Bronto gas attendant, so he's a gas station guy. He has traumatic flashbacks of these horrible reactions that remind me of the outbreak. I can't really talk about it. And then he's got kind eyes. What about my eyes? Do they look weird? Stop looking at me. So we set some standards when we were writing the traits. There's basically some rules about how all traits are written. And the way it works is the name of a trait is what people in the community say about the person. But then the description of the trait is what the person says about themselves. And so, and it's said in the first person. So, like, for instance, has traumatic flashbacks. So everyone else in the community knows, oh, this guy has traumatic flashbacks. But when you look at the character themselves, they say, I have these horrible reactions that remind me of the outbreak. I can't really talk about it. It's like, they don't want to go into detail about it, even though everybody else might talk about it kind of casually. Similarly, everyone else says, oh, he's got kind eyes. Oh, you've got kind eyes. But, he's kind of a sensitive person. That's why he has kind eyes. And so when somebody says that to him, his response is, wait, what about my eyes? What, do they look weird? Stop looking at me. And so the idea is, when you're sort of like browsing your community and looking at these people, tour guide, broad-shouldered, medical researcher, skater, hopeless romantic. There's just, ways that the community might report to somebody else. Like, well, who's in your community? Well, we've got a guy like this, we've got a gal like that. Very kind of casual, distant descriptions of them. But then when you zoom in on them, you get to see what they think of themselves, not just what other people think about them. Hopeless romantic. He doesn't call himself a hopeless romantic, but he says, my first instinct is always to go for the grand gesture. Or medical research, well, that's not a super exciting one, but broad shoulders. Yeah, you can carry a lot on a good set of shoulders. So, she maybe doesn't talk all the time about how she's got broad shoulders, but she takes some pride in how much she can carry, and that's kind of nice. All right, so let's poke around here, see what other stuff we can find.
Should really enjoy the peace and quiet while I can.
Looks like something in the fridge. Nighthawk wonders if there is a difference in the amount of noise that it creates when you do the fast bash through a door or the slow bash through the door where you have to hit it multiple times. I genuinely am not sure. I didn't work on that particular aspect of the game, and so I can't really tell you the details of how that works. I am curious now, though. It makes me want to check it out and find out. I'm about to cough, and it's going to be great. Yep, that was an excellent cough.
No reason to keep searching here.
Okay, so I'm almost out of inventory space. So I think actually it might be smart to just head home and then take a separate trip out to those campsites. All right, let's do some running. Got to build up that cardio.
I feel like passing out.
Okay, if there's zombies chasing me, let's get some stamina back. Feeling like I'm hearing footsteps. Alright, I guess we'll work on the shooting skill. So unlike mini games, there often is not a reason to go and check out the body you just killed, because usually nothing drops any loot. But in the case of a crossbow, he might have dropped some loot, which is the crossbow bolt that killed him. So, Tokamak says, question, when you're searching through something like a fridge, can a raccoon pop out unexpectedly? So, we had, originally, one of the many ideas we had that we didn't actually ship the game with, was the idea of having zombies that could pop out of interesting places. Usually cars. We had this idea that, maybe there's a zombie hiding out in a car, so you get in the car and you start it up and the zombie attacks you inside the car. It sounded like it could be kind of fun, but we didn't end up doing it. Let's just drop off all this stuff. Alright, and we'll head back out. This time, toilets are a great place to find hidden treasures. Oh wait, so I still haven't found... Yeah, I've only got 2 materials. There isn't a great place around here because some of the... Oh, this spot. That spot is a good place for materials. Oh, and we've got these guys. You know what? Let's go talk to Kyle. Talk to Kyle, and then we'll go and try to get more materials. So maybe we can build a farm, because I don't know how we're doing with food. 5 food, yeah. So we can last one full day with this community without getting more food.
Don't give that screamer a chance to yell.
Okay, yeah. Let's. There was a feral this way, wasn't there? I'm not too keen on the idea of running into that feral. Yeah, Das FTW says that's a dangerous walk. Yeah, I'm trying to thread the needle between all these hordes and zombies and nonsense. I am hearing some... Oh, yikes, okay. Hi. I'm hearing some zombie voices.
Gotta make sure it's dead.
Real quick. Let's make some more parts so we can keep our weapons in good shape. So Tempest Era says, I'd love to see you guys add the ability for us to inspect our legacy characters in detail, check their traits and inventory, etc. It would be a very useful feature to the game. I agree. I think that would be a huge boon to the game. The only reason we haven't done it is because we haven't found the right time and the right, people, to get together to do that sort of thing. Why we haven't, added more improvements to the legacy pool. I don't know if that exact improvement is one that would be easy to do. I haven't actually done the research to find out how hard it would be to know characters' inventories and stuff like that. But, because sometimes you'll be surprised when you're working on games, you'll think, oh yeah, this particular idea sounds great. It sounds really easy too. And you'll find out that it's hard. So I don't want to make any promises about what what we all collectively think is possible. Because it could be that a programmer knows perfectly well that a thing I think is easy is actually not. And I find that out all the time. So I'm hoping that crouching down far enough ahead of this horde will not attract their attention. Let's find out if that's true. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're doing all right so far. Normally I would search for gas here, but I think this is just a little too crazy. I'll have to come back later. Anyway, but philosophically anyway, I agree, and a lot of people at the studio agree that we would love to do more with the character pool. Give you a lot more options there. So no argument from me there. Oh, Reneth Cord, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. So when a character calls out that a zombie is there, we should definitely mark the zombie in the minimap. That's just, it's weird because your character knows where it is, and the minimap is supposed to represent what your character knows. So yeah, I've actually got a card written up in Jira saying exactly that. So again, don't know when we'll get around to it, but
How are you?
I absolutely agree with you.
The safest way to collect samples is by killing plague zombies. There's a plague heart nearby. That whole area should be crawling with infected zombies.
Oh, here's an infestation too.
Just destroy the plague heart itself to get a bunch of samples. That's more dangerous. Make sure you gear up for this one. Be ready to fight.
Yeah,
Helping out like this is a good way to make friends.
I'm not doing that. I'm not fighting a plague heart right now. I'm terrified.
Allies out here.
I think I need to build up a little bit more before I go and try to deal with the plague heart. Raneth Court, I'm not going to dignify that comment. Wolfo asks, is it just me, but do you guys also give characters a set loadout in this game? Like one person is a dedicated sniper while another has a shotgun. So once you've got a character, you can give them whatever inventory you want.
Before it gets close.
Oh, where? So yeah, Raneth Cord, this is where the feature that that you talked about would be useful. My character just saw a bloater. I've got, oh, there it is. So I kind of like a little bit that I had to look for it, but, still. Sometimes my characters notice a bloater, but I haven't seen it, so I've just come around a corner and it blew up my face, and that always feels pretty bad. Anyway, I was answering a question, wasn't I? I forgot what it was, though. Oh, yeah, so... And we also, okay, yeah, so you can outfit characters however you want. You're not required to make them a sniper or a shotgun person or whatever, depending on their traits. But the equipment that they spawn with is dependent on their traits. So each trait has the potential, if we want, or it's each trait tag, but anyway, that's immaterial to most people listening. Each trait tag has the potential to carry with it an inventory that the character could have. And so, like, if we say that somebody was a sniper, then we give them, the option to show up with a sniper rifle. Or if we say that somebody hunted, they might show up with a hunting rifle. Or if they were a cop, they might show up with a weapon that's appropriate for a cop. That sort of thing. And so you should see some matchup between a character's starting traits and their starting equipment. But it won't be completely consistent, and certainly it won't be enforced. Like, you can always do whatever you want with your characters after you've got them. So, Awesome Twitch Dude asks what my thoughts are on first person. Apparently there's modders who've made a first person version of State of Decay 2. I hadn't realized that. Because part of the problem is a lot of our animations are they're really dependent on you being in third person. They involve like spins and stuff like that. And so, and first person also brings in just a lot of other difficulties. Like the perspective being different means that all of the like the level of detail in the world needs to be different. There's a lot of stuff that if you really want to do a great job of okay, I'm just gonna leave if you really want to do a great job of implementing first person, there's a lot of extra work that you would do beyond the bare minimum if you want your game to look decent in that way. And so it would just, for a modder to do it where you kind of expect it to be rough and you're not really judging the game based on how polished it looks, then sure, they can do whatever they want. For us to do it, for us to do first person would take a lot of additional work to try to make it seem polished and intentional and like it really belongs in the game. So that's often like the reason why you'll see like game developers not implement something that modders have implemented. Like, well, modders can do it, why don't you? Because us doing it, there's a higher standard, and it's it'll be 10 times as expensive for us to do something compared to what a modder would do. Two influence. Garbage. What the? Okay, I don't know why that happened, but I'm glad it didn't happen on me. That's kind of scary. Interesting. Wolfo says that their friends don't play State of Decay 2 because it's third person. That's interesting. I actually, for the most part, tend to prefer third person games. I like watching a character do something, partly just because, I don't know, I think
Delivery complete. Safe and sound.
the human brain is capable of doing a lot of interpolation, a lot of like interpretation, where you see somebody do something in third person, and that, to me anyway, and I think to a lot of people, that doesn't feel significantly different from doing it in first person. It's just, in fact, if anything, it might feel better. You might be able to feel it more because you can actually watch their bodies move. Your brain has got these things they call mirror neurons, where when you watch somebody else do something, you comprehend what they're doing with their body and you understand it as an action you can perform too. It's like from when my son was 2 days old, I stuck my tongue out at him and he would stick his tongue out back at me. He's never seen his own face at this point. He's never looked in a mirror. He doesn't know what facial features he has, but he sees my tongue come out and he understands that's what I'm doing. And so when you watch someone in third person perform an action, you understand the way your body would do it. And so for me anyway, playing something in third person actually is a way for me to feel it happening a lot more than if I was playing in first person. First person, you play something like Mirror's Edge, it can, I mean, that game does, relentlessly work hard to try to make you feel like you're doing the actions, and that's really cool. It takes a lot of work. I think a lot of games that don't put as much attention into the physicality as Mirror's Edge does do a lot less. Whereas like a game like Assassin's Creed, watching your character bounce around and do all this crazy stuff in third person, I mean, I really feel it viscerally what the character is doing, and I don't think that, for me, it doesn't hinder the realism at all. But yeah. So Tempest Era says, I've had those random bloater explosions a lot lately too. Yeah, they're kind of freaky, aren't they? Okay, so that's where the Plague Heart is. I could head back down there, and so okay, I do have a bounty to take out Plague Zeds. Oh, I almost left. I almost left without clearing my inventory. Okay, so I want to keep this axe. Oh, wait. I just noticed. I've got gas. And a repair kit. I can get a car. I don't know if I want a car, but I can get a car. So Awesome Twitch Dude asks, do you make your own YouTube thumbnails, Jeff? They look really good. Thank you, you just made my day. Yes, I make them myself. And I've been, I really want to do good ones, partly because, I also make the thumbnails for the streams that I do at the office. And, those are supposed to look fairly professional. And so I tried to, I've been trying to practice, getting better at sort of my, it's not actually Photoshop I use. It's, whoa, another one. Weird. I use paint.net, which is like Photoshop, but free. But yeah, but I've been trying to like hone those sort of Photoshoppy skills to try to make thumbnails that sort of catch your eye. That's sort of the goal is to sort of be something that when you look at it, you're like, oh, I'm intrigued. I want to check that out. And so I've been trying to sort of practice the idea of making thumbnails that work that way. So if they're working for you, that makes me happy. I particularly kind of enjoyed coming up with that whole like, you'll notice that the thumbnails on my personal channel have all got this. They've got this white frame around them that blends into the background. If you've got YouTube set, on in bright mode or whatever, they got this white frame around them that then characters pop out of. And I thought, my theory was just, I thought maybe that would make it feel more like the image is popping out of your screen and maybe catch your attention more. I don't know if it actually has the intended effect, but I also just enjoy doing it. There's something kind of relaxing about just working in Photoshop, doing a familiar thing in a Photoshop-like program. Because I've got this little template that I use. It's got the frame on it, and basically,
in all directions. Better be careful.
So I put a I put a background image behind the white frame, and then I go and I delete parts of the white frame in order to reveal the stuff behind them to make it look like they're popping out of the frame. And it's kind of fun. And because I've done it a million times, I don't have to think about it very much. So I'll like listen to a podcast or listen to a YouTube video and just sort of do it. It's kind of a relaxing way to spend the day after a stream. Okay, so my goal here is to try to pick up some plague samples for this mission. The problem is, without attacking the heart, there aren't going to be that many plague zombies around. And at Nightmare, it takes a lot of plague zombies to drop a sample. And I'm kind of dissatisfied with the decisions we made around this. Like, just hunting something forever until it finally drops something. That was a frustrating experience back when I was playing WoW years and years and years ago. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea here. There's other ways we could do it that would have a similar sort of economic impact that wouldn't be quite so frustrating. So let's see here. So Ranith Court asks, should we do a betting pool about how long my car is going to last before it explodes? So far I've avoided any collisions. I didn't use, so I could have used both of my toolkits on the car. And I didn't, which means it is already pretty fragile. You know what I might do? I might run in. This is probably a bad plan.
For a close encounter.
I might come in and attack the plague heart.
This thing is heavy.
Just to get more guys in here, which means I can get more samples. Now, if I actually manage to kill the plague heart, great. I'm not expecting that to happen while I'm here. Now, when you use a crossbow on a zombie, that actually gives you a higher chance of getting samples. So, nope. This is starting to be too many zombies. You can tell because Kevin shows up with the music whenever there's too many zombies. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No samples. Just want one more, man. Come on. Oh. Problem with heavy weapons. Zombie can hit you first. It just occurred to me, I don't actually know where the plague heart is in this house. Did I already see it earlier? Is it in here? It's in here. Oh crap. Crap, 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 crap. Get out. Alright, is he gonna call for reinforcements? None yet. How are we doing?
It's damaged. You gotta keep at it.
It makes that face. Gotta get out of there. I'm surprised it's not calling reinforcements. That's kind of weird. Is it just because it's the first one? There's something else weird going on. Alright, so this is actually one of the best places to get fancy loot in the Nightmare Zone. One of the only good places. Grab a K-bar. Let's see, what kind of... Okay, I've already got an 8-slot backpack, but not everyone does. Guess we'll come back for more of that. Alright, well that actually went really, really well. And now... I can name this video Killing My First Plague Heart in Nightmare. So there we go. Or something like that. I should grab a picture of a plague heart and... Oh, wait, oh, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute, what was that? There's a million screamers. Oh, crap. Okay, okay. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I was gonna stop and kill those screamers. I'm not gonna stop and fight that juggernaut. I am not ready. Not ready at all. Alright, so now I can actually follow my usual habits, which is... Oh, I could have loaded stuff into the vehicle. Never mind. None of my habits work. I'm just bad at everything. It's okay. Alright, so I think my pirate man, he's definitely gonna stick around with the crossbow. He likes his crossbow. But Paco is going to let the camera inside his body where it belongs. We just gave Paco a colonoscopy. Paco is going to grab our new shotgun. No additional shells, because we don't have those. Do we also have a better weapon? Look at the oversized mallet. It's a blunt weapon. Let's go with that. And none of this is particularly useful. I guess we could heal up the car a bit more. Oh, but we gotta take those plague samples back to our buddies. They only wanted 2, though, right? Let's give them 2. Oh, actually, we can probably install a generator here and the water there. We could build beds. We don't need them, though. Oh, well, rain collector. Well, let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so let's head back and resolve that mission. And try not to get Paco killed along the way. Oh, okay. That's a screamer I don't mind attacking. He's not full of enemies. Oh, wait, he is.
Watch the ferrule.
The what? Ah, crap. Okay. This escalated quickly. Oh, there's another one? Yeah. That escalated quickly. There's the screamer. And a bloat. Why do we have a bloater? Screw you, bloater. Oh, come on. Turned around at the last minute. I would really like to know where this bloater is. Okay, I don't want to just get in the car. If I get in the car, they're going to damage the car. I gotta get away from the car. Kill the zombies. Oh, there's the bloater. Hi, bloater. Okay, you know what? Ow, get off me. Get off me, you terrible monster. Okay, hold on. Let's get some friends in on it. So wait, why would we get attacked by this on this side? What is up? Okay, I'm gonna, you know what? Everybody's in the way over there. I'm gonna go around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. Nicely done, buddy. No, not interacting with you, Fabio. Okay, well that was a fun adventure. What was I doing? I think they can handle whoever's left. What I was doing was stopping along the side of the road thinking I'm going to fight a screamer in the middle of everything. No, that is not what I'm going to do. Clementine asks if I can help with Daybreak later. No, because I'm terrible at Daybreak. You just watched me try to survive that, and it was a disaster. I can't play Daybreak. No, screw you. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, there they are. Oh, these guys are they're all haunting the area around this enclave. So I'm gonna have to park really far away. Oh my gosh, look at those sound waves. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I brought a repair kit with me. I love how much blood just drips in this game now. Oh, look at all the zombies that appeared behind me. Yikes. Okay. Alright, car's in good shape for when I escape. So let's see if we can actually... Oh, wait, which way am I going? This way. So let's see if we can actually complete this mission without getting that juggernaut crawling up our butts. Tokamak asks, does the game ratchet up difficulty when you kill a heart? Not directly. The game ratchets up difficulty based on your characters gaining standing. Even after they've maxed out their standing and they're at hero level, they still secretly kind of gain standing in the background. And so the maximum amount of standing that you have ever had in your community at once, that is what determines your difficulty. And so you do gain a bunch of standing from killing a plague heart. So killing a plague heart does have an effect. Oh my gosh. They're all just... What the... Hi, can we just resolve this real quick? There you go. So, okay, this is just gonna get real bad, isn't it? Oh, yikes, okay. If I had brought one explosive, it would have been perfect. Alright, so I'm just gonna break sight lines and get out of here. I'll let those people deal with it.
Hey, sun just came up. Okay, guys, now it's time for a grocery run. Any volunteers?
Got it.
So I'm so sad that I had some... I had a Molotov, I had a grenade. So much I could have done with those screamers, but no. I'm definitely not fighting that juggernaut right now, though. I do not have the... I don't have the skill to dodge him enough to try to go toe-to-toe in melee, and I don't have the enough shotgun shells to try to shoot him to death.
I suppose we can do something with this.
So Raneth Court asks, is there a standing cap per character? I mean, there's a limit to how much good it can do an individual character because they max out at hero. But no, a character can just keep gaining standing forever. I'm trying to remember now if we keep it on the character or if the excess standing you gain after you've completed hero, if it gets added to the community. I think it's on the character, but I could easily be wrong. Brian knows the answer to that question, and I don't actually know the answer to that question. So these little, the empty version of this icon, this was Krista's idea, and it was a really good one. Basically, I ran into a situation where, like, I saw a desk like this that had an icon by it, and it was when these icons were full, and I was like, why can't I interact with this desk? It's because that icon is actually for a container that's through the wall. And so I bugged that, and I didn't know what the solution was, and yeah, our UI artist came up with the empty icons for when there's an obstacle in the way, and it that hadn't occurred to me at all, and it suddenly communicated so well. I was very happy with it. That's one of my favorite things about being a design director is that it's not my job to come up with all the ideas, right? It's my job to just sort of coordinate the ideas, and so that means I get to witness so many other people coming up with great solutions to problems that I never would have thought of myself. Ooh, a new short sleeve shirt for Lindsay.
How nice.
There we go. Wait a minute. Yeah, she's ready to go now. All right. So what are we missing? There's one container we haven't searched yet. Oh, it's outside. Oh, that was another thing. Eric managed to figure out a way to have containers that are outside register. That used to not be the case. Because finding that one last container that was actually outside on the porch was one of the most frustrating things in an earlier iteration of State of Decay 2.
Salvage here.
All right, well, where else are we going to go? So I think that we're probably, after we head home, we're probably going to quit. So I just want to make sure that I'm maximizing the utility of this trip. Oh, okay, so we've got more materials up there. Actually, that's close enough. I should just run up there. So we got materials, and whoa, hey, you get away.
Can't catch my breath.
Oh yeah, and we've got, I think, some fuel over here too. So this is good. This is what we need. Ranethcourt asks, has it been announced if survivors in the lethal zone will eat more food each day than on Nightmare Zone? I feel bad that I don't remember. I think they do. I don't know if it's been announced yet specifically, but yeah, I believe that. Like how much do they eat in Nightmare? Let's see here. Okay, they're eating 1.5 a day. Yes, I'm pretty sure they eat 2 a day in Lethal. So yeah, it takes a lot of food to keep people going. I'm betting that the solution people use will not be to suddenly, make a ton more food than they used to. I suspect that the solution will be to run smaller communities, which introduces, challenges of its own. So yeah, sorry, Tempesaris, but yeah, they are going to eat more. Oh, I guess I should have brought the car up here, because I can't carry more than one rucksack.
Barely lift this.
We'll grab everything else, and maybe we'll make a brief stop by here to grab the other rucksack before we head home. I still got room, too. Well, yeah, we'll head back and get the car. As soon as I start driving the car around, it's going to attract a bunch of zombies. Also, awesome Twitch dude asks if our plans to double the prestige output of Daybreak, if that's gonna be permanent or if it's gonna be temporary. It's gonna be permanent. It's not like a double XP weekend or something like that. Like it's an actual serious tuning change to the game mode. Alright, so let's grab that materials rucksack. Drop that in the car. Let's see what's in this house, and then we'll head home. State of Decay definitely has a little bit of that one more turn vibe that you get from a game like Civilization. It's like, I always feel like it's hard to know when I should quit, because you can always just go out and get one more thing, or there's just one more little tweak to make to a character's loadout or something. It just always feels like something I should be doing. Awesome Twitch dude. I reject the premise of your question. Awesome Twitch dude asks, is it hard to keep trying to make a perfect game better? And this is obviously not a perfect game. So no, it's not hard to make this game better.
Corpse to be seen.
There's a lot of room to make this game better in a lot of ways, and we're tons and tons of untapped potential. Oh, Ranith Court asks.
I
Oh,
have news for you. We found a place that might have what we need.
anyway, so Ranith Court asks, what was new Brian's name? She was on the stream, but I'm really bad at names. You're thinking of Lucy. Lucy is our new systems designer, who while Brian is still sort of the resident expert on a lot of stuff, he's not going to be spending as much time on State of Decay 2, and so we have hired an awesome replacement who's already come up. I don't think we can actually announce yet a lot of the best ideas that Lucy's already contributed to the game, but she's already making a big impact on the way this game works, and we're really loving her input. So I heard, I didn't actually catch the stream that she was on, so I heard she did really well and that people were really happy with her, and that's good because we're also happy with her and the work that she does at the lab.
No way I can fit this.
Alright, so drop all this stuff off. That's a pretty decent number of parts for Nightmare. Okay, yeah, food stockpile is very low, but I think we might have enough materials to at least mitigate that with a garden. Do we have any more of those weapon thingies? We don't. And it's take a lot of materials to upgrade, so let's... Yeah, so I think we've done what we can for today. We got Paco here. He's got a beautiful shotgun for only in emergencies, only when ferals attack. We're building a garden. Despite the fact that we're here in the Nightmare Zone and stuff has already gotten crazy, I think we might actually have some hope of surviving. So this is a good time to end. So we'll wrap this up, and if you want to subscribe, go for it. If you want to watch some other videos, go for that too. And as I add new iterations to this playthrough, I'll probably be chaining them together. So if there's another chapter to this, it's probably there.